Welcome to the IO Nebo podcast. I'm your number one host, Bella.
Hi guys, listen to the Iron Nibble Tech Podcast.
The IO Nebo podcast show, and we are back again. Visit us at ionebbles.com. Let's get in touch. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and currently now on Amazon Music. Check us out on Spotify. Hit the subscribe button so that you can get all our updates this season 2. Today I have the best at trading, the best at the 21st century, Mr. Tony Klah. And I have today a surprise guest, the most wanted, Franz Quarshie, the Einstein himself. Welcome back, man. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you.
Hey, Franz, you good? Okay, so.
Yeah, man.
You're good. Okay. So we will cut to the chase. I just don't want to talk too much. Today we are talking about whether I should buy a Bitcoin. If you convince me, I buy one. So tell us a bit about Bitcoin. I mean, last season we did a bit about Bitcoin, and tell me more about Bitcoin. Anyway, just for the people who are not able to listen to that season.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Madash. So basically, Bitcoin is a digital asset. There are going to be a number of buzzwords that are going to be coming out of this. So let's hold ourselves a little bit so we can follow it. Bitcoin is a digital asset. What a digital asset is something that we can take ownership of in the digital world. And normally, these things that we take ownership in the digital world represent things that we have in real life. So Bitcoin is a digital asset. And that's the short form of what Bitcoin is. But in essence, Bitcoin came about as a way to help us work within the legal framework better. We want to make our government accountable. If I ask you what is the money supply in the country today, unless you go see the governor, even the governor will probably have a little bit of problems trying to know what the money supply is today. If you ask me what the money supply is on Bitcoin, I can tell you exactly to the very last Bitcoin. So it makes things very transparent.
So
Bitcoin is
after you. So Bitcoin is actually a cryptocurrency, yes?
Exactly. It is a cryptocurrency. It's actually three things. It's a cryptocurrency, it's a network, and it's a protocol. So it depends on how you see Bitcoin. But for us technical people, we would see Bitcoin as three things. It's being a network, it's being a protocol, and it's being a currency.
Right. Is it legal?
Very legal.
Very
legal. It's a digital asset that facilitates a means of that facilitates digital ownership. So if I have Bitcoin and I want to give it to someone who for goods and services, and the person is willing to accept it, why not? Within the legal frameworks of the country, of our country, it's a gray area. The government hasn't said anything about it being legal or not legal. But in the global front, we are seeing lots of countries going towards that particular side. One of the companies on the S&P 500 list just bought millions of dollars worth of bitcoins a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
So if it wasn't legal, yeah, they wouldn't invest into that.
So let me ask this: how can I get some? If somebody big as that is buying Bitcoin, how can I get some? I want some.
All right. So in order to have Bitcoin, you need a wallet. A wallet technically is okay. Everybody has come to understand that Bitcoins are stored in wallets. So Bitcoin is, say, money, and is stored in a wallet. So you put your money in your wallet. That is very simplified. When we get into the technical realms, there is nothing like a coin, and there is nothing like a wallet you put things in. It is just basically numbers, and it's a ledger, and we draw our accounts on the ledger. So a very big ledger, and then we say Melash has access to 500 of the tokens that is on the network. And if Melash decides to give Franz 1 token, then the ledger has to reduce Melash's balance by 1.
Okay.
And that happens automatically without anybody necessarily doing it. In the bank, what will happen is that a third party, which is the bank, will have to say, okay, I am reducing Tony's balance, and I'm increasing Melash's balance because Tony has instructed us to give Melash this amount. That is it. But the beauty of Bitcoin is that there's no one in the middle. It's just math that does that.
So in my little accounting experience, there is no debit and credit by any other person.
No, there's actually debit and credit. Yes, to the layman, yes, there's actually debit and credit. Because something has to reduce and something has to increase.
Yeah, but I'm saying somebody doesn't come in the middle. The human interface is not there, it's automatic, yes?
Exactly, it's automatic, yes.
Yeah. So, well, you did say that we can make purchases, or made an example for us about making purchases with Bitcoin if there's other parties willing to accept it. Well, is cryptocurrency just for trading? Because all of this while all I hear people is I'm trading Bitcoin. Is it cryptocurrency just for trading?
No, there's a lot of problems with what is being preached out there. I recently offered to put together a 1-week class. I did it on Telegram. And if anyone is willing to join the class, because it's on Telegram, everything is recorded in the class. You can just join the group and you can go through the entire class. But there's actually a problem in the industry with making people understand what Bitcoin actually is. Bitcoin actually is a protocol. Money was the first implementation of that protocol. So when you look at things,
a question before you go further for the kids listening, what do you mean by
Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of an analogy. You see the internet. Okay, the internet is Bitcoin. Okay, the internet is the Bitcoin network. Okay, now if you understand that the internet is the Bitcoin network, then what it means is that applications that are put together on the internet, applications such as Zoom, such as YouTube, Google, email, web servers, yes. So these are applications that are sitting on top of the internet. So you look at Bitcoin, and then there are going to be applications sitting on top of Bitcoin. Because there are applications sitting on top of Bitcoin, these applications would have to communicate with each other. In order to communicate with each other, they would have to communicate with the Bitcoin protocol. And if they are communicating with each other, they are passing bits of information back and forth. And in order to monetize the information that is being passed back and forth, because we are getting into we are in the information world, Bitcoin becomes what is required to help in such transactions. So if I have put together a video like this, Malash has put together a video like this, and someone wants to watch the video, actually, as the person is watching the video, Malash should be earning some Bitcoin
Wow.
in little bits.
Oh, wow.
In little bits.
Why not in big ones?
No, because Bitcoin is in places. It's in decimal places of 100 million.
Is that why they call
So
it?
No, bits is zeros and ones.
Yeah, I know.
It's in computers. Yes. But what I'm saying is that the Bitcoin as currency has 8 zeros. The way our CD has 2 zeros,
Yeah.
Bitcoin has 8 zeros. So it means that you can spend the very last 0.00000001 of a Bitcoin, and that is called a Satoshi.
Oh, okay. That's where Satoshi came from.
Yes, so that is a Satoshi. It came from the name of the person who designed Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. So if I need to say, let's give an example, like Twitter. You see someone's comment and you like the comment.
Yeah.
What do? You just press the button, right?
Yeah.
On Bitcoin, when you press the button, it costs you money.
To press the button.
So, yes. So when I press the button, it takes some of my Satoshis on the Bitcoin network and it gives it to the person whose comment I like.
Okay.
So then the person actually earns some Bitcoins.
Mm-hmm.
So it incentivizes the community to create good content. So if you know that you create good content, people will love it, and when they love it, when they press like means a lot of things. So imagine all the likes we've had on YouTube, and convert all the likes into Satoshis.
And can be Rachel.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do that.
Yeah.
So there are some applications that have been designed on Bitcoin already. And these applications like Streamanity.com.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube-like app that sits on top of Bitcoin. There's an app called Twitch.app.
Mm-hmm.
Twetch. Twitch.app. It's an application that sits on Bitcoin. It's like Twitter.
Okay.
Yes. So these are ways by which Bitcoin has been shown to the world that it can work. You know, it's very futuristic if you look at it. The time we have is very.
Talking about it being futuristic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does the future hold for Bitcoin?
Oh, very bright, extremely bright, extremely bright.
The way you are saying extremely bright. I want to hear some. Tell me, because you've made me interested in buying some. Franz.
Yeah.
Well, before
you know.
Franz, are you there?
Yes, just to add. Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
Yes. So, before Tony goes on, and sometimes people are scared to invest into Bitcoin because of its price volatility. People are scared to put their money in it. Also, when I buy 10 cedis worth of Bitcoin, tomorrow it can change to 2 cedis, or tomorrow it can be 20 cedis. So that kind of fear makes people turn away from having the asset. But when you look at it, when you see the news, it's clear that the adoption is getting bigger. Even banks are actually getting Bitcoin. So of course, the future is bright for Bitcoin, and it's an asset everyone should have.
Interesting. So yeah.
There's one thing I need to add here. You see, Bitcoin has grown from 2009, January 3rd, 2009, when the first implementation of Bitcoin came into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Up to now, there's been lots of things that have happened. So much so that today there are 3 camps of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin wealth is 3-pronged right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not 3-pronged. I say it is divided into 3 camps. Yes, I think that's more definitive. You have Bitcoin with a ticker symbol called BTC.
Yeah.
That is the implementation of Bitcoin for one camp. You have Bitcoin with a ticker symbol BCH.
Mm-hmm.
That is the implementation for another Bitcoin, and then you have Bitcoin with a ticker symbol BSV. That is also another implementation. All these 3 camps are different in ideology.
Okay.
What I am saying or telling you right now, you cannot do it on BTC. You cannot do it on BCH. You can only do this on BSV.
Okay.
And it's also Bitcoin.
Now I'm getting lost.
Okay, now do not get lost. It is very important. It is very important. When we look at Bitcoin, there are people who decide the direction which Bitcoin should go. That tilts the dream of that particular Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin with ticker symbol BTC is looking at closing the size of the Bitcoin block and minimizing the size of the Bitcoin block. And they are closing the block such that the Bitcoin, as we know it on BTC, is only good for currency. That is all. It's only good for currency. So with that, what happens is that since it is only good for currency, you will see a lot of speculation around it. There is a lot of speculation around it. So people have gone ahead to speculate a lot. And that's the reason for which we have 10,000, I think BTC right now is about 10,700. Yes, 10,700 US dollars.
Hey.
That is speculation.
Okay.
Now we have the second Bitcoin, ticker symbol BCH. They are looking at an anarchist environment where they can thrive. Nobody can do anything to me. I can spend my coins the way I want to spend my coins. I can hide my coins. I can do anything I want, and there's no government to do anything to me. They are anti-government.
Okay.
That coin is $220 now per coin. And then you have the third BSV implementation of Bitcoin that works to look at it competing with Visa. So right now, that particular network is so big that it can process. So this right now, all Visa and MasterCard transactions together. It can hold all the coins that we have currently together on its blockchain. It can allow government to work within a legal framework. It's actually within law. And that is the type of Bitcoin that I am attached to.
Okay.
And that right now is $170. So that Bitcoin, you would see that it is not speculation that grows that particular coin. It is work. It is adoption.
Okay.
So when governments are coming, governments use these ones. And then once governments begin to use this one, you see that it begins to grow.
Okay.
And that is the reason for which that one seems to be better compared to the rest.
Thank you, Tony.
So don't get confused.
I wasn't really being confused. I was just trying to help everybody else.
Beautiful.
When you're sitting in the class and everybody, you see that they are not understanding the question, but everybody fears to ask the question. That kind of moment. So, it's been interesting to hear a lot about Bitcoin. And as you said, the future is bright. So we are looking at a future where Bitcoin is being used to do what? I want to know what it will be used for. What you think it should be used for.
Okay, we can use.
Don't use Bitcoin to buy in more color market. You understand?
No. Well, so right now, in a few months, we should be able to do that. We should be able to go into a store and then buy things with Bitcoin.
Interesting.
Okay. Now, yes. So Bitcoin, actually, we can even do it right now. So Bitcoin is on an app. It's an app on the phone. It has a wallet on the phone.
Yeah.
So once a merchant accepts Bitcoin, and you get to the merchant and you want to buy, say, I want to buy. What can I buy?
Kalami.
I want to buy kalami.
Kalami is fish for those who are listening, anyways.
Yes. You want to buy fish, and the fish vendor has a Bitcoin address displayed there. You can actually scan it, and then send 20 cedis. Send, PM. She gets it on her wallet. So she sees it. Received 20 cedis. Okay, it gives you the kalami. That is it. That particular kalami, that particular Bitcoin that you have received, is also being used in China. It's also being used in Mozambique. It's also being used in Iran. So you can trade anywhere. Exactly.
Oh, okay. So you don't need to exchange. Then you are breaking the forex exchange market.
So you see, so what actually happens is that we are helping the ecosystem to make the world a global village.
Okay. So it's been good to have you on the podcast show, and I must remind our listeners that there is a giveaway opportunity by visiting theionables.com. And we're also on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everywhere you go. We are even bigger than MTN at this point in time. I'm just bragging, but I have to brag because we are that good.
Yeah.
Anyways, so hit the subscribe button so that anytime we post another video, you can have a feel of it, because it's getting interesting. This season is actually getting amazing, Charlie. So, welcome to the Ionable Podcast Show, Tony. It's been good having you around.
Thank you.
And Franz, it's been good having you around too, to hear your voice once again. It's Bada Boom Bada Ba. I'm the number one host.